Ladies and gentlemen, we are live on FightZone, where Fight Academy proudly presents 4 rounds of action in the lightweight division. Our timekeeper at the bell for this contest is Anthony Rushton, and when the action begins, our referee in charge, scoring the contest, star referee Howard Foster. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our officials. It is now time to welcome our boxers. Introducing first and boxing out of the blue corner, wearing black shorts with white trim. On the scales, he weighed in 9 stone, 13 pounds and 2 ounces. This evening taking part in his 11th contest as a professional. From Hereford, Jake Price. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent facing him across the ring and boxing out of the red corner, wearing the blue shorts with silver trim. On the scales, he weighed in 9 stone, 10 pounds and 9 ounces. He has a record of 4 wins, 1 defeat and 1 draw. Introducing from Bestwood Village, Spencer Binks.
Keep it clean, break straight away when told. Both watch your heads in close, good luck to you both, touch gloves. Good luck.
So there's the tail of the tape on your screen. Spencer Binks, 22-year-old, Jake Price, 25. This in the super lightweight category. Scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds. Binks of Nottinghamshire in the blue shorts with the silver trim. Price of Herefordshire in the black shorts with the white waistband, and alongside me this evening on commentary duty, Max Jenkins. He knows all of these boxers really well. He's been out doing the rounds, getting the interviews in the last few weeks, so we'll look forward to getting his insight, as this is a steady start from Binks, just working behind that jab. Nice and sharp, and a bit of thudding power behind that jab as well. A difficult man to keep off is Spencer Binks, isn't he, Max? And there he gets through with that backhand, just catching on the side of the head of Price.
I like Spencer. I've always been a bit of a fan of him because he just works, just does the fundamentals right. I see the pivot and the duck off, you know, does it really well, the fundamentals.
Yeah, neat and tidy technically, lovely jab. You can see him really gets some decent purchase on that jab as well, and the face of Price already a little marked up in this opening minute. That was lovely work there from Binks. Dropped that left to the body, came up to the top with the backhand and caught Price, and continuing to pursue his man, and he's taking his time with his work though, Max. He's not rushing, not getting greedy. He's steady, intelligent pressure.
He's being economical with his punches. He's not just throwing to the sake of it, you know, and he's making sure he's looking at these little points to get through, like we've just seen the uppercut, just went through.
Lovely long backhand from him again. Finds a home. And the face of Price, which is reddened already. Price doing his best to put his combinations together as well, though, just working off the ropes in that neutral corner into the red corner now, and taking his time with his work is Binks. Price just trying to work at close range. Lovely work with that backhand of Binks.
What I like about Binks, he tucks up when he needs to tuck up. He's just, you know, when he defends, you know, he doesn't leave himself open.
There's another good backhand, and he's landed that a couple of times, that combination, Max, where he's dropped to the body with that lead hand and come over the top with the backhand, and gonna have to be wise to that, Price. That was a decent, steady, technical first round from Binks, and Price had to work there. What he did, though, he did well, in fairness to the man from Herefordshire. But Binks, always in control, dominant in every aspect. And good to watch as well.
As you can see, Stace, you know, he's just economical with his work. He doesn't go too busy. When he needs to tuck up, he tucks up and he finds the openings.
The shot selection's really good, isn't it, Max? That he's not just throwing and you know, in bunches and hoping for something. He's precise. He's finding the gaps and he's accurate as well. So it's been good work from Binks. But the man on your screen there, Jake Price, has had his work cut out, but he's done well. Taken a few big shots there, but he took them well, and he tried to put some of his own combinations together as well. So certainly made it competitive so far. Second round gets underway. Price just chipping away, trying to find the little gaps. Not a great deal of power in the shots from Price, but not necessarily important for him to do that, Max. He just needs to stay busy and
I think
try and keep Binks off him, doesn't he? But he doesn't want to leave any gaps whilst he's throwing.
Quite interesting is, I think he's seeing if there's more opening from Price. He's trying to see if he can do a counter job. And he'd like to have a look, Spence, and see what if he can neutralise, you know, on the attack on a counter. So like he's tucking up now and waiting, and he's going again.
Trying to find a home for that lead left hook to the body behind the right elbow of Price. Going back up with that lead hand hook there, and Price managed to ride it. Dangerous looking shot that was from Binks. Price again just working away. He gets the chance.
What I do like about Binks is his ring craft. He's just trying to, you know, keep centre of ring and trying to put him into the corners. I do like that from Binks.
Price just making sure that he stays busy, and of course he's trying to prevent Binks from getting into that rhythm that he enjoyed in the first round, where he was able just to step forward and apply the pressure. And so far, Price hasn't taken as many of those solid backhands that he took in the first round, and perhaps he's decided that attack is a decent form of defence for him, just to stay busy and try and put Binks off his rhythm as he pushes him back against the ropes and steps straight to him again, and backhand screw shot just making its way through the guard of Price. Price just letting his hands go. He put a little bit more into those.
Quite interesting by Price. He's making Binks trying to hunt for him now. He's on his bike a little bit more.
He's also not allowing him just to set his shots up and tee off like he did in the first round, because of course he won't be taking too many of those backhands that we saw rock his head back in the first round. Smart work from him as we reach the final, coming up on the final 20 seconds of this second round, and it's been good work from Price because he's given Binks something to think about, and like I say, taken the momentum away from him a little bit, made him have to work, and a reddening round the left side of Binks that you can see there. Obviously some of the work from Price paying dividends. He just skips his way around the ring to the bell, and that was good work from Price there, Max, because he shipped a few big backhands, didn't he, in that first round, and he was allowing Binks to come forward, set his shots up and let his hands go, and obviously in his best interest not to do that for all 4 rounds, and he made sure that he stayed busy and didn't allow Binks to set his feet in the same way.
Yeah, as we're just seeing on the replays, it's just some tidy work from Price. He is firing back. We've got to watch what he's doing in there, Binks. He can't just get good first round. The second round a little bit more questionable, but he just needs to tidy up on his work. And I think Price started to get on his bike because he didn't want to trade as as much as he did in the first one. With that backhand, like you keep saying, Stacey.
This one's scheduled for 4 threes. The ultimate round 3 now. Let's see what Binks can do differently, because of course this is what it's about. This is just his 7th contest, remember. First time boxing out of Nottinghamshire, so lots of firsts for him to deal with. Different when you box in on home turf, you have that home support, you've got your familiar routines. Obviously not too far away from Nottingham here, but it's still a change, Max, isn't it? Boxing out of your home borough or your home city.
I think so.
A little bit of a change in routine that you're used to, isn't it? What's familiar.
Yeah, and I think it's important. I think it's important you get out your comfort zone, so always the crowd's not always on your side. You know, there's less of you and you're a bit more by yourself, so you're asking questions yourself when you're not always at home, if that makes sense.
This is all part of the development, of course, as is making short incremental improvements in between rounds. And let's see if Binks can execute what his corner have been asking him to do. They were asking him to move his head more. That's what they were calling for after that round, more head movement as he approaches.
I noticed Price is just a lot more on his bike. He's staying away. He's just staying on the outskirts. You know, he's 1-2 go away. He just doesn't want to stay so static as he was before.
As I say, there's not a great deal of power in these shots from Price, so you feel that for Binks, if he can just evade some of these shots, either slip them and counter, or just catch and counter, then he'll have great success. And he is capable of doing that. He's technically good enough to counter, and we know that his accuracy is really good as well, so can he find a counter off some of these work from Price?
What I like about Spencer, like I said in the last round, he is just using his ring craft quite well. Obviously, just getting and cutting off the ring, because Price is just on his bike.
I've not seen him be quite as effective with that backhand in the second round. He was really effective with it in the first. Into the final minute now, can he find a home again for that backhand, which caused Price problems in the opening round from that heavily tattooed, lots of interesting artwork, you have to say, on that backhand of Binks. So just tries to find the angle. That was nice work, just a bit of head movement on the way in. A little bit laboured those shots now, but he was trying to put the combination together, was Binks. He steps forward again, there's that lead hook to the body. Nice backhand, checks the chin of Price and didn't cause him too many problems, but a nice little shot from Binks. Just tries to find a gap for the uppercut there, and Price just trying to be savvy defensively towards the end of that round. And Price has made smart adjustments, Max, from that first round, because he was taking a few big hits, wasn't he? As we've just seen there in that opening sequence, those little flurries, little raids he does, not a great deal of power in them. He's just tapping away and not allowing Binks to set his feet. And I just feel if Binks could either slip and counter or catch and counter, he could have Price in trouble, because he certainly possesses more power, Binks, doesn't he, than his opponent?
Yeah, I think Binks, I'd like to see him go down to a little bit more to the body than he was. You know, it's okay, the odd one here and there, but I want to see him get busy to the body, reverse it, be more busy to the body, then go up top. Sort of like a bit of a decent combination in the first round.
Fourth and final round then. So, can Binks go through the gears, step things up and put Price under pressure here? What does he have in the tank? Does he want to put on a show here? First time fighting outside of Nottingham. What can he offer this Sheffield crowd? Good little shot from Price, though. Oh, and another good backhand from Price as well. Binks took it well, but seems to have the bit between his teeth now, Price. He's got a bit of momentum, remember. Got a points win over Jimmy Gilheany in Cardiff last month. Might feel that he could possibly add another win to his resume here in Sheffield. Price again working away. Can Binks counter though? Doesn't want to allow Price just to tee off and pick his shots and load up on him. Needs to be firing back. Finds a way through with that backhand uppercut. Good exchange from both boxers there, both landing. Binks tucking up, and there goes that overhand right. It's been a good shot for Binks that at times throughout this contest. Working away again, Price. Just takes a couple on the way in, Binks, but tucks up well here. Price just on the move now. Binks just trying to cut the ring off. Price turns him though, and now pushes Binks back and then finds himself up against the ropes. Minute remaining in the 4th round. Can Binks muster a big final minute here? Oh, it's a good shot there from Price. Walked right onto it, did Binks. Knocked his head back, but didn't cause him too many problems after that. He will certainly have felt that one.
I think just Binks is just sort of trying to coast now. But that's not enough sometimes. You just need to still stay busy and a bit alert, you know, etc.
Just needs that bit of head movement on the way in at times as well. Just take his head off the central axis so that Price can't pick him off. Both raising their hands, a few antics here in the final seconds, but that'll see us to the final bell, and a really entertaining opening contest that, and you know, huge credit to both boxers because Price more than played his part, and a decent performance from Binks. First time boxing outside of Nottingham, and appreciated by the Sheffield crowd and obviously the travelling fans he's brought with him, Max.
Yeah, definitely. It's a good you know, performance by Binks, and you know, he just a bit of tidying up here and there, and he got through Price at times, but you know, it's fundamentally decent throughout. But you'll look at that and be happy with that one, I thought.
Well, let's get the official announcement for our MC, Robert Blundell.
Ladies and gentlemen, could you please have a big round of applause for both of our boxers. After 4 rounds of action, we go to Howard Foster's scorecard, which reads 39 points to 37 in favour of your winner, Spencer Binks.
So Price looking a little disappointed there, as I say, he did get a win